Good morning. Happy Friday to everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Somebody got paid today. Somebody got paid today. Y'all woke up and looked at y'all account like, ooh, okay. Yep. Y'all about to have a good weekend. Somebody said I got my coffee at my work desk waiting. Come on, coffee. Okay. I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm a tea drinker. All right. Y'all see me? All right, so we got our tea. I hope y'all got your coffee and y'all tea getting where you need to be this morning, safe and sound. All right, let's get on into our show because we do have one. I see you guys. I see you. Let's go ahead and speak to everybody first before we get into the show. Give me 1 second, y'all. Oh, Lord. All right, boom. All right, let's get into it. Let's scroll up. Let's see who's here. Let's see who is here. Now, my apologies to everyone yesterday for StreamYard's issue. I don't know what the hell was going on, but my live kept showing that it was still live after I ended it. So I had to, of course, reach out to them and let them do what they do. But thank you guys for being so patient in that situation, okay? Let's go ahead and speak to everybody, though. Sweet Essence is first. Good morning. Good morning, Sweet Essence. That's my mod. Love her. All right, Pepper's Love, good morning. Good morning, Mary Giles, good morning. Sheila Washington, good morning. Tam C is here. Rose Armstead, good morning. That's my other mod. Who else? Miss Pruitt is in the building. Good morning, Miss Pruitt. Denise Slate is here. Lisa Bell, good morning. Good morning. Let's keep going. Big Steak is here. Good morning, Big Steak. Good morning, Cassandra D. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Ebony said, morning, crew. Good morning. She got her coffee. She ready to go. Erica Rogers, good morning. Good morning, Sunny Days. That's a content creator. You guys check her out. Let's see who else. Maria Perry, good morning, ma'am. Good morning, Janet Driscoll. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Ronnie. Good morning, Felicia. Good morning, Nikki B. Good morning, Shirley Terry, Laura Eden, Sylvia Blow. Good morning, No Filter Fine. Let them know, okay? Say good morning, beautiful people. Veer Dockery, good morning. Darlene Mungum, good morning. Kim Jones, good morning. Brenda Winston, good morning. Good morning. Say good morning, Relly and Chats. Good morning. Bernadette, good morning. Immaculate Davis, good morning, ma'am. Said good Grand Rise and CR, good morning. Erica Butler again, good morning. Darling Mungum. Ebony, of course, said that yes, it did. So that was at work and it is still live. Yes, honey. I don't know what the hell was going on with that. I promise y'all I ended my live, but something was going on with StreamYard, and that's a StreamYard issue. Cheryl Williams, good morning. Tripping Hard, good morning. Chevelle Carter, good morning. Helen Thomas, good morning. Tripping Hard, good morning. Good morning, Delilah T. Overcomer, I am 6. Good morning. All right, and everyone coming into the chat, good morning. All right, Simple Mind Family TV. Hey, that's a content creator. You guys check her out as well. Check out all of these content creators, you guys, and support them. Sexy Shalonda, come on here. You better let them know. She said she's sexy in here. I ain't mad. Let them know, honey. Angela Cuff, good morning, ma'am. Let's get into our show. Everything said in the video is alleged, in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. All right, let's jump on into our topics because we have some. All right, let's go and knock out some politics, and then we're going to jump on into the mess. We don't have a lot of politics this morning. I think we have 2 topics? Yeah. So we're going to breeze on through. It's Friday. Happy Friday to everyone. Happy Friday. All right, my favorite day of the week is Friday. Got to get into something tonight. I don't know. Got to get into something. All right. According to the neighborhood talk, Orange County mayor says that he signed an agreement with ICE so he wouldn't be removed from office. See, signing a deal with the devil. Says, yes, I signed the damn thing. So he's a little cocky about it, but hey, he said he signed it. So let's get into what he had to say. Mayor Jerry Demings signed a deal with ICE after Attorney General James Althmeyer and Governor DeSantis posed a threat to remove him and others from office if he did not. So it sounds like some bribery, and he felt maybe he signed this in duress because it doesn't sound like this is something he wanted to do, but he was forced to do. But let's get into what they had to say, honey, because wow.
Just start by saying that you're here this afternoon because I signed the ICE agreement. Yes, I signed the damn thing because we really had to. We were put in a tough spot. I can't let our entire board of county commissioners and myself be removed from office. I say that with all sincerity because of the role, the responsibilities that we have here within this community. to take care of our community and look out for our residents. I did not want to be in a position where the governor will have the opportunity to insert his minions in the roles to lead this county. Because of that, with the advice of the county attorney's office, we decided today that we're still several days away from Tuesday. I thought that it was urgent that we needed to take action now to preclude the possibility that the elected body here within Orange County could be removed from office. I hope you understand that. That was a calculated risk that we had. Obviously, if people who have no elected responsibility to our county would be inserted or put in place, that would be catastrophic to the continuity of government here within Orange County.
There you go. What y'all think about that? So it sounded like he signed something that maybe sounded like he didn't want to sign, but he signed it anyway for the to stay in his position. Okay, Orange County, that is, but California. Wow. So ICE, it sounded like ICE, some type of deal that was connected with ICE. All right, and he pretty much was made to sign this deal. What do y'all think about it? Y'all can put it in the chat. I don't really care no more. Let's move on to somebody else who was at risk of losing their seat. I saw as well, and that kind of made me mad because, baby, we love this person in office. Jasmine Crockett, honey. They're saying that she may lose her position as well. I hope not. All right, so they said at risk of losing her seat. That is Jasmine Crockett. Come on, eyebrows. All right, says that I don't feel like this is they said that I don't feel like this is being talked about enough. Said what the Republicans in Texas and Trump are trying to do is redistrict 5 congressional seats. Y'all hear this? Now it said that one of the seats that they would lose is Jasmine Crockett. They said that she's one of the most powerful voices in DC and we are all at risk of losing her. Now they said that Texas Democrats keep fighting, that we've got your backs. What do y'all think about this? According to Alley 4TN, they're saying that she is at risk of losing her seat. What do y'all think about it? Jasmine Crockett, because they're trying to redistrict 5 congressional seats, and it's saying that her seat may be involved in them redistricting, meaning that she may not be in her position anymore if they do so. So let's keep the prayers going, honey, that she stay in office, because we do need someone to speak up for the people that's not afraid, who is very much so educated about what's going on and is not afraid to take on these Republicans who are in office that are doing things that they should not do and are voting on things that they should not be voting on, that's going to affect people who are in the Democratic Party and just other people who may need certain, what is it? Certain things that they're voting against that we need. Let's say it that way, okay? People like Jasmine Crockett, she stands up for the Black people and just for any people who are being mistreated when it comes to the Republicans being in office and doing what they're doing. So let's pray that this situation does not happen to where she loses her seat, because they don't want people like her who has a very strong voice, who's bold, who don't mind getting out there in the trenches and telling it like it is. They don't like that. They're intimidated by people like that. And she does not care who she offends when she speaks, because she knows she's speaking from the heart and she's speaking right. So a lot of times they don't like when these people, especially like her, get up there and tell the truth. They don't like it because a person like Trump likes to move in lies. And if he can keep pushing that lie and that narrative and keep people like Jasmine Crockett quiet while he does so, then that's exactly what they're going to try to do. So prayers up that she does not lose her seat, because we do need her in office. Okay, now let's get on up out of politics, because it's Friday. We don't want to be up in there. All right, so now the footage is shown for Sha'Carri Richardson for the airport altercation between she and boyfriend Christian Coleman. We're going to look at that so you guys can see, for those of you that have not seen it. Let's go ahead and see it, child. Let's go ahead and see it. Let's go ahead and see it. All right. So it says here, shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. Footage shows Sha'Carri Richardson's airport altercation with boyfriend Christian Coleman. Now, Sha'Carri, you being a little, I watched it a couple times on several platforms last night. She was being very forceful. She was doing a lot in the airport. Okay, a lot. People were walking by. A lot of people weren't stopping to interject themselves into this altercation between them. But she continued to push him, not just one time, but several times. She pushed him into that column very hard too. It's given that this situation may have not. This is not the first time that this happened. Okay, you could tell that they've had this type of tension before. Thank God he didn't, retaliate by putting his hands on her, and that it didn't turn into something more physical. But she was definitely wrong for this. Let's go ahead and get into it for those of you that did not see it. All right. So this is the footage of Sha'Carri Richardson and Christian Coleman altercation at the airport as it surfaces. I figured they were going to put this shit out there, but let's go. This is her. Y'all see him. That's Sha'Carri. You can see he's literally trying to walk away, and she's just steady walking up on him. He's trying to avoid this confrontation with her by walking away, and she's continuing to follow him and push him and put her hands on him and be aggressive. All right. Y'all see how she forcefully pushed him there? Again, he's walking away to avoid this conflict. And she forcefully pushes him again. I don't know if it had something to do with a girl. Could be maybe he was cheating. Maybe she saw something in his phone or something happened. I don't know. Maybe something happened before they got to the airport and they started arguing about it, and it caused her to do what she did, but it caused her to get locked up. He did make a statement, as you guys saw the other day that I shared, that he does not want to press any charges as related to this incident because he said people make mistakes and they are in the midst of growing. Well, again, if she's this forceful with him in public, she didn't even think about people around her, cameras or anything when she was doing all of this to him. I really hate to see how things can escalate when they're not in the public view or public eye. All right. She might be putting paws on him outside of, and this is a dangerous thing. Women can also be abusive. So men, if you're in situations where a woman just walk up to you and cold cock you side the head or push you and be aggressive with you in this way, you may want to step back from the relationship and reevaluate things, because hey, it can get very dangerous. No one should be in a situation where there's domestic abuse in any way, shape, or form. This man was literally trying to walk away from this altercation, and she continued to follow him and escalated even more. And you see he's walking away there. She's still pushing him, and it's a lot. She was in a bit of disguise. Maybe she didn't want people to know who she was. She had her hat on, pulled down. Look at how she's pulling on him. That's not a good look. It's all cameras all over the damn airport. And why she chose to do that, I don't know. So again, even though he chose not to press charges, it's not to say that the state, that was a hard push right there. It's not to say that the state will not pick it up still, because sometimes they will. In certain states, sometimes they will definitely go ahead and pick up those charges and charge her anyway, even though he's saying, yeah, no, we worked it out. I don't want to press charges. They were like, yeah, but that was too much. So like security walking up over there now. Y'all see that? Security was walking over towards them. That's when security and an officer walked up to grab them after watching that. Because they have their security office where they're looking at all these cameras. So upon probably seeing her be forceful with him and pushing him like that in the airport, they definitely got involved, because it don't look like she was trying to de-escalate this situation at all. It was like she was definitely escalating more and more, getting upset, and continuing to put her hands on him while he was trying to walk away. So they definitely, you see him coming around, going right over to where they are. But that is Sha'Carri, honey. She was arrested in an alleged DV incident with her boyfriend at the airport. So prayers to them, honey. They figure it out. She need to get some anger management counseling, because baby, you should not be acting like that. All right. Now somebody else who might need to get some anger management counseling. Said red squirrel to the air. What? All right, let's continue on. Now imagine, okay, ordering DoorDash, and You don't get your DoorDash and said person gets upset and turns it into a physical altercation where they broke your window and everything. That's what happens in this situation. A DoorDasher says that a customer chased her down and busted her windows after she was unable to deliver her food. Now, it says it reportedly caused $6,000 worth of damage. Now, they said the T-Mobile shut my phone off and I wasn't trying to steal their food. Child, so you out delivering food and your phone got cut off. That's crazy. So let's go ahead and get into this. This is very, very crazy.
And within 5 minutes, T-Mobile cuts my phone off. I'm shocked.
An overdue bill caused her phone to stop working on the way to the customer's house.
We pull up to the location, but the address will not load.
With no luck, Morris says, feeling unsafe, she returned home. Now on Wi-Fi, she tried to explain what happened.
All of a sudden, I'm getting text messages from the customer saying that I'm stealing their food.
Minutes later, that hangry customer appeared at her door.
They picked up one of those bricks right there and they threw it on my windshield.
Morris watched the whole thing from a window. Milwaukee police say charges are now being referred to prosecutors. The only appetite the single mother has left is for stiff justice.
I'm at my wit's end. I don't know what to do.
Ben Handelman, Fox 6 News.
Yikes.
Now, Morris believes the customer tracked her down through the DoorDash app, and Morris says she didn't show up alone. A second car was with her. She says the woman caused $6,000 in damages, and as of tonight, charges have not yet been filed.
Maybe she must have had some good wings or something up in that order, because baby, she tracked her down and came to her house. That's a dangerous job anyway. So, and I'm trying to figure out if your phone was cut off, how are you still getting text messages? I don't know. How does that work? My phone ain't never been off. I don't know. Yeah, weird. So she said once her phone got cut off, she kept receiving text messages from the person she was supposed to deliver the food to, and she just decided to go home. So my thing is, if you were at the address, or was she at the address? I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and read so we can get a little bit more clarity. Now, a Milwaukee woman crashed all the way out over her DoorDash order. Now, a dasher claims that the woman pulled up at her home and trashed her car after she was unable to deliver her order. Now, on July 11th, Faith Morris says that she was delivering a lucrative order in her area when her phone suddenly shut off due to her having an unpaid bill. Now, because she didn't have any service, she was unable to see the location of the customer's order. I said that Morris claimed that she waited 10 minutes before she left because she wanted to see if her phone would then be back on, but it didn't. Now, I said within 5 minutes, T-Mobile shuts my phone off. I'm shocked, according to what the lady says. All right, the DoorDasher says that we pulled up to the location, but the address will not load because my app won't load anymore. So maybe she didn't have no more Wi-Fi. Says that I sit outside the customer's house for 10 minutes and was calling T-Mobile to see if they'll turn my phone back on. Okay. Said that once she canceled and returned to her home, she got on the Wi-Fi and immediately reached out to the customer to explain what had happened. The customer wasn't here for the excuses and accused her of trying to steal her food. Now, said that Morris told the customer that she wasn't trying to steal, but the customer continued to go off. All right. They must have some good food up in there. Said that then all of a sudden she got a notification on her Ring camera of the customer at her front door. It said that she picked up one of those bricks right there from the neighbor's house and they threw it on my windshield, according to the DoorDash. Damn. It said that Morris says that she didn't go out to confront the customer, but witnessed the woman cause about $6,000 worth of damage to her 2024 Mitsubishi. Says that as of right now, says that the customer has not been charged, but Morris says that she hopes the woman pays for her damages because she's a single mother and money is tight right now. Says that I'm at my wit's end. I don't know what to do, Morris says. She says, I don't know if they were drunk or what it was, but they were definitely possessed. Now, what she should have done, when the first car pulled up, probably go ahead and call 911 because you know the situation is going to be escalated. That person is upset because they did not get their food. You know they're not coming to knock on your door to say, hi, how's your day? They're coming over there to escalate a situation and probably kick your damn door down and beat your behind up over their food. People are serious about their food, okay? I'm a foodie. I don't play about my food either. But it's dangerous when you go to somebody's house like that and be on that type of time, especially picking up bricks and throwing it at somebody's car, like damaging someone's car. Like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay. And my heart kind of goes out to her because it seemed like she was trying to do the right thing, and maybe she just did not know what to do once her phone got shut off. But $6,000 worth of damage to somebody's car over some damn food, that's giving too much. I would have pressed full charges upon her ass, and she would definitely be paying for every single scratch on my motherfucking car. And that's just on period. That's team too much. Team too much. All right. And two, she could have probably given them the food if she still had it. But then again, I get it that she didn't want to open her door if they were on that kind of time. So I get that shit. So it was like, where the hell is my food? They were really upset about that food. So I'm not sure what kind of food it was, but baby, they tracked her down. So if anybody out there is doing DoorDash and you get into a situation like that, don't be pulling up to people's houses, because the stand your ground law, that's a real thing. People could pow your ass for pulling up at their house on that kind of time, especially if you're damaging their property. Okay, that woman was there. She's probably scared as hell with her baby. You see, she has a very small infant child there, where she's just out trying to work and earn some money. And obviously she's having a hard time if her phone is getting cut off while she's out and about trying to do her job. So this is sad. I do know with DoorDashing and how all that shit works, because I do have a relative that does it. You can kind of cash out your money for the day if you are kind of up against it. So maybe she could have put something on her phone, call T-Mobile and say, hey, I don't have the entire bill, but let me put something on it after you cashed out for that particular day. If you made some money that day, to see if T-Mobile would have worked with you to let them know, hey, I need my phone to do my job because I'm a DoorDasher. Okay. And maybe make an arrangement for the remainder of that balance. I don't know. It's a sad situation. My heart goes out to her. I'm not sure why she don't put that baby daddy on some fucking child support too. Because you shouldn't be out here working hard like that to be taking care of a child by yourself. Okay, because it takes two to make a child. And that's a sad situation. So prayers up. I hope she gets every bit of her damages paid by this person. And I hope she pressed charges as well, because that was a very dangerous and uncalled for situation. Moving on. All right. Anybody ever experienced that? Has anyone ever experienced someone snapping off on them by way of DoorDash or something like that? Anyone? I don't do food service because I don't want nobody playing over my food. People are so crazy and mean now. I told y'all that before. I don't. If I order a pizza, I go pick it up. I don't have nobody bring me my shit because I don't trust people. People be digging in your food. People be eating out of your food. Yeah, I be seeing people ordering stuff from Starbucks. I'm like, what's to say they don't put their own straw up in there and be sipping in your damn drink and then pull up and give you your drink and they don't drink or eating out your damn food? I've seen videos on YouTube where people be eating fries out of people's bag and just sticking their hands up. I be like, see, this is why I don't be fucking around with no DoorDash and Uber Eats and all that shit. You not bring me my food, I will come and get it. Thank you. Okay. Definitely. Somebody said I snapped off on DoorDash customer service. Purple Unicorn, you gotta do what you gotta do. All right. Period. Let's move on, honey. Let's move on. I don't fool with no food service. Forget that. Nope. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I will get in my car and go pick it up. Yes, I will. All right, let's get into this next situation with Diddy. All right. Diddy and Cassie made a most recent post here. Y'all know she hasn't spoken out since she testified on the stand. Y'all know she's a new mother. She just had a new baby probably a month now ago. Now it says that Diddy's attorney says that Diddy and Cassie's relationship is a modern day love story. Really? Despite Cassie claiming that she was sexually assaulted and abused, or abused, we say it that way, the greatest friction writer couldn't really write them with this power. What? Let's get into what this attorney had to say. He must be getting paid very well because he is so out of touch with reality as it relates to this case with Diddy and Cassie. I mean, if you didn't see the fucking video of him pounding on her like he did, obviously she was trying to get away from doing something she didn't want to do, and he was trying to make her do that. So that's not a relationship. That's a dictatorship. I mean, you got your ships wrong out here, bitch. All right, but let's get into it.
All the relationship between Combs and Ventura, a great modern love story. Mm-hmm. Ventura says she was raped.
Neighborhood on top, thank you. Neighborhood top, thank you.
Physically abused and became addicted to drugs because of Combs.
The rape we vehemently deny. And I know I respect that she said that. I don't think the jury concluded that happened. And there's a whole backstory as to why I think she would have made up that allegation, which we said to the jury. So I don't think that happened. And that's a very serious matter. So I'd leave it that one. In terms of the you know, the drugs and the other stuff, I think that's what makes it a modern love story. I mean, there's a strong tragic aspect to it. I think they really did love each other. I think she very much loved him, and I know he very much loved her. And you know, what I told the jury, and they all nodded in agreement. I said, if you want some of the most beautiful writing you've ever seen, look at their text messages from when they're breaking up in 2019. I mean, they're just so heartfelt, and just, you can't. The greatest fiction writer couldn't really write them with kind of the poignancy and the power, you know, and the tragic nature. I mean, these are two people who hurt each other, loved each other, cheated on each other, and it's very apparent to both of them they're just not going to be together much longer. And their writing is just so beautiful and sad around this. So I maintain that that's true.
Oftentimes I wonder, as an attorney, do you have any regrets in how you tried this case?
Not really. I mean, what I told Tenny early on, I said, we have a good chance if we do everything perfectly, but we have to be perfect. You know, every cross-examination has to be perfect. We have to hit the right tone. We can't be sort of tone deaf. We can't be heavy-handed, you know, with the female witnesses. And if we can do all those things, we have a shot. And I think we were fortunate enough that we did those things.
You called the relationship between Combs and Ventura a great modern love story. Ventura says she was raped, physically abused, and became addicted to drugs because.
Y'all hear that? Now, y'all do know that when she's talking about Cassie being R-worded, I do feel like she was R-worded throughout that whole situation. Y'all know she was very, very young whenever she came into meeting Diddy. When she met Diddy, she was very young. She was thirsty to be a artist and you know, get out there, get herself put out there. But upon meeting Diddy, he had other things planned, just like he had other things planned for the group Danny and Kane. Okay, I told you guys before, he had already made it known that he wanted to pimp them out as well. But and Gene Deal, he spoke on that, and he pretty much put it out there that he told him, yeah, no, you're not about to be doing that. That's somebody's daughters. You're not about to be pimping these girls out. Because during the time he was a bodyguard for Diddy, during that time that Danny Kane was touring and signed to Bad Boy Records. But in the case of Cassie, I do remember that Cassie was talking about when Kim Porter passed away that she decided not to fool with Diddy anymore. She was in her apartment, and she said that Diddy came and forced himself into her home, and he R-worded her on the floor, and she could not get him off of her. She said she was screaming and begging him to stop, get up off her, and he would not. At one point, she ran away, and she was hiding from him, and he reached her by telling her, if you did not get back here now, you're still under contract with Bad Boy. If you don't get back here now, I'm going to sue you for millions and millions of dollars. So he kept her in a space to where he could always use and or abuse her. And I know a lot of people say, well, she was with him for 10, 12 years. Why didn't she just leave? There's a certain thing called Stockholm Syndrome, okay? It is, and I know a lot of people don't feel like it's real. It's really real. Well, a person can get into your head and make you do things that you would not ordinarily do or think that you would ever do, okay? I don't feel like she signed with Bad Boy and decided that she wanted to go from city to city to state to every single fucking hotel that they have ever made in life to be sleeping with men off the internet and catching things. You can't tell me that she didn't catch some things. Okay, she talked about on the stand how she, you know, was kind of burning and stuff like that down there. She was dealing with stuff, and while she was dealing with that, even on her cycle, she was made to do FO. So that's a lot for a woman. Y'all know when you're having your cycle, you're cramping, and you really just want to lay down and not be bothered. So imagine being made to be thrown into those situations, to be with strange men off the internet that you don't know what they have, like just for some money. And Diddy was taking this money. But then people say, oh, she lived this lifestyle. She was driving a nice car. Okay, but look at the price she had to pay. So she was definitely being prostituted, and he was definitely charged with doing so. So do I feel like, again, and I said it yesterday, I'm going to keep saying it, do I feel Diddy should definitely get more time? I do. His sentencing is coming up on October the 3rd. I pray that he gets the fullest time that he can get, child. I really do. They're saying that he could face 20. I really hope he gets 20. Okay. Now it says that Diddy's defense attorney, Mark Alfino, is speaking out for the first time since the infamous Diddy trial, concluding that the mogul was found not guilty of SEX trafficking and RICO charges, at which he should have been. Okay. Says that in this interview with CBS News, Agofino doubled down on his claim that Diddy and Cassie have a modern day love story despite the horrific things that took place during their 12-year relationship. I would not call it a relationship at all. Okay. All right. Agofino says that despite Cassie becoming a drug addict, while with Diddy and being ABU, says that he believes that the love that the two shared with each other was real. He got Stockholm too. Now, it says that even though he still adamantly denies that Diddy ever sexually assaulted Cassie, he says that there is beauty in the tragedy of love. What? Did he not see the? I'm gonna say it again. Did he not see the video at the hotel? What's beautiful about that? What's beautiful about a woman having to go down in the fetal position to protect her face and her body from a person that's stomping on her, kicking her, hitting her, all the things that we saw in the video? I don't see anything beautiful about that. That's not love. Love does not hurt. Now, it says, as if he was talking about a Shakespeare novel. It says, in terms of the drugs and other stuff, said, I think that's what makes it a modern day love story. I think that she very much so loved him, and I know he very much so loved her. He controlled her. He was infatuated with her because she was beautiful, but I do feel like he definitely was abusive towards her. Says that there's a strong tragic aspect to it. He says that I think that they really did love each other. Said if you want some of the most beautiful writing that you've ever seen, look at their text messages from when they were breaking up on 2019. They're just so heartfelt. He said that the greatest friction writer couldn't really write them in their poignancy and the power knowing the tragic nature. Okay. He is crazy. He definitely needs to be looked into as well. If you think that there was a love story between Cassie and Diddy, I think not. Okay, the girl looked terrified when she would be on the red carpet with him, like she really had to keep her face a certain way. Or maybe if he went back and looked at the shit, he probably put hands on her again. So several people have witnessed the tense moments between the two of them, and I just don't feel like that was love. I feel like she was a prostitute. And he, you know, because what man that's in love with their woman can stand back and watch multiple men sexually assault her or sleep with her? What man in their right mind could be in love with a woman and watch man after man come into the room and sleep with this girl while she's high out of her mind? Like, no. But that's what his attorney had to say. That's total bullshit. All right, let's move along. I found this clip I wanted to talk about, where Eddie Murphy talked about a moment that he saw with Jennifer Hudson and Beyonce. Now, y'all know once Jennifer Hudson, she won American Idol. She, her career started snowballing. She started in movies. Y'all remember Dreamgirls. Y'all know she was in Dreamgirls. We are Dreamgirls. Okay. So the only memory that Eddie Murphy has of Beyonce from shooting Dreamgirls is of Jennifer Hudson's ashy skin. Let's get into this, honey. Now, in an interview, Eddie Murphy shares that his primary memory from working with Beyonce on a 2006 film, Dreamgirls, was actually about Jennifer Hudson's ashy skin rather than anything specific about Beyonce herself. Now, Murphy recalled noticing Hudson's skin looking ashy during a scene, which stood out to him more than his interaction with Beyonce, despite their shared screen time. Let's get into what Eddie had to say. Shout out to Spiritual World.
Or stories that you have with them. And I want to start with one of your former co-stars, and that's Beyonce. You guys did Dreamgirls together. What's your favorite memory of spending time with her?
I did Dreamgirls right when I was getting divorced. And I was kind of like on automatic pilot, and I don't remember a lot of making the movie. But my Beyonce memory was... And neither one of them know that I know this. I watched Jennifer Hudson and Beyonce. They were on between shots. They were on stage, and Jennifer is new in show business there, and she had, I guess, her finger right between her was ashy, and she was licking her fingers and getting the ash like that. And Beyonce grabbed and said, "Ooh, girl, don't do that. I'll get you some cream." And it was quiet between the two of them, but I saw it. And this might be the first time I've shared that with anyone. But that's my Beyonce memory. "Ooh, girl, let me get you some cream. Don't do that."
That's funny. More stories that you have with them.
Jennifer Hudson was going old school with it. She was doing this hair trying getting between them fingers like that so she wouldn't be looking ashy at her scene. And Eddie Murphy said that that's something that stood out to him more than anything on set between Beyonce and Jennifer Hudson after she was up there ashy. I was like, I'm pretty sure there were some other things that may have happened, but she was just coming into being a celebrity, so she was old school with it. She said, hey, got to get up here with my hands ashy, so let me go ahead and put a little spit on there and get that ash up out there. But Beyonce was like, yeah, no, girl, we free out here. We got lotion now. You ain't got to do all that. So let me go back here and get you some of this good lotion and apply it upon that little ashy hand, and let's go and shoot this scene, okay? So, yeah, what y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? That was kind of funny in a way. That was kind of funny, but shout out to them. So Beyonce was like, look, girl, you a celebrity now. Fuck that. You ain't about to be doing no spit. We got lotion back here. Let's come on back and get some of this good lotion. All right, moving right along. Let's get into some reality TV. Somebody said weird. That was weird, right? Weird, and more weird. All right, so Brooke Bailey. I like Brooke. Brooke is like, All right. Brooke Bailey from Basketball Wives says that she doesn't know if she would come back to Basketball Wives. Now she's dating this guy who he's supposed to be, I think he's a rapper. He's got a whole lot of money too. And he's spending it on Brooke. So Brooke is like, I'm not in a hurry to be coming back to Basketball Wives. So as you guys may know now that Evelyn Lozada and her daughter, Cheyenne, I think that's Shanice. Why do I want to name her Cheyenne? But Shanice, they have their own podcast, and they had Brooke Bailey, who used to be on Basketball Wives, on there and giving her update on if she will ever return back. I think Brooke should come back because I liked her on the show. I mean, hell, she checked Jackie Christie. She shut Jackie down. And y'all know Jackie want to fight everybody, but she didn't have that heat for Brooke. When Brooke was ready to get on her ass, she would say, hey, why we can't, as black women, just all get along? I don't want to fight you, Brooke. I was like, I know you don't. Because Brooke was on ready. Do you hear me? Brooke was on ready, baby. And she was getting ready to beat Jackie Christie's ass on national television. And I think Jackie knew that. Y'all know Brooke will fight. But let's get into what they had to say.
Will you ever come back to Basketball Wives?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. That's my honest question. And I say that because people are always like, people say they're leaving and they're not coming back, and then they go back, and it's like, I honestly don't know. It's like, I'm in such a good, peaceful place. It's like, do I want to argue with you about
nothing?
Right. Like, do I want to do that? But then at the same time, it's like, when it comes to them cutting the check, they not late. So it's, they not late. So it's like, it's like, that's my job. You know what I mean? So, and even though I am like comfortable financially, it's like, I still want to work, I still want to be productive. This is my job, it's like being in the limelight is work for me. But at the same time, I really have been enjoying this piece. So I don't know if I'm like gearing up and I'm getting rested to go talk some shit, or if I'm just more rest.
Well, they tried to put me on an island, but it didn't work. But exactly. Well, I would love, to have my Ace Boon Coon back.
And I will say, you do feel very at peace. Also, right, you feel very grounded.
Thank you. This is the most grounded that I've probably been in a lot of years. Like, I'm, like, with age comes wisdom and life experience. Like, the things that I have experienced in life, like, some people could not withstand, and not that I beat the odds, but, I am still standing strong. I don't look like what I've been through, and it took a lot of fight for me to get here.
Y'all know her daughter passed away, maybe about 2 years now? I think it's been about 2 years now that her daughter passed away in a car accident. So she's still dealing with that loss as well. Let's continue.
So once I really realized where my feet were planted, it's like, I'm going to bask and live in this, you know, and it's such a good feeling. Like, it's so good. It's just like, nothing really bothers me. Nothing really bothered me before, but now this level of I don't give a fuck is like a totally different experience. Seriously, because I really don't care.
Will you ever?
All right, so y'all see that. Now, Brooke, a lot of people saying, well, what is Brooke doing aside from having this man who has a lot of money? Now, Brooke actually works with rapper Nicki Minaj, okay? And y'all can go and verify it. Now, Brooke is, she's employed by Nicki Minaj as her styling and executive assistant, okay? Yeah, so Brooke is getting paid a nice little bag from Nicki Minaj, in addition to dating this guy who is very wealthy. He's supposed to be a rapper, okay, from overseas. And she's been overseas a lot with him as well. I saw some videos, but he spoils the hell out of her. She don't want for anything, in addition to her having that job with Nicki Minaj. So if she comes, she don't really have to come back to the show unless she just wants to. If she just want to be on there fighting with people, I don't think she need to be on there for the bag, because her money is, pretty good. But yeah, so Brooke is straight whether she comes back to the show or not. But I did like her on the show. I like Tammy Roman on the show as well. A lot of people see her as a bully, and she could be. I did see her as a bully when she took that girl's shades. I didn't like that. When the little white girl was on there and she took her shades and said, come over here and ask me for. I didn't like that. I didn't like that Tammy. But I like Tammy because she is very, she ain't afraid to speak her mind. But the bully inside of her, I don't like that. But yeah, the show was really good, really good when people like Brooke was on there, when all of them were on there. The OGs were on there, including Tammy Roman. So I don't know, with all these new people, like I keep saying, it's just like Real Housewives of Atlanta. The show is starting to get boring. So I really need him to bring back the OGs minus what's the child name? We definitely don't want to see her back on here no more. What's the child name? Shani. They can keep Shani off. Keep Shani off, honey. Go on over there and keep being a fake first lady. We don't want to see you on the show, Shani. But let the other girls be on there and fight and do what they, what they usually do, and keep the ratings up. I would love to see Royce back on the show. Okay, I like Royce. Royce definitely has a story to tell. I think Royce could come on back and help the ratings as well. But these new people they have on there, it's a chop. I ain't feeling it. But y'all can put in there what y'all think. Would y'all like to see people like Royce and Brooke Bailey and Tammy Roman come on back to the show? For Basketball Wives, for those of you that watch the show, y'all can put it in the chat. Chantel does not need to come back. Sunny Day says Chantel. No, Chantel does not need to come back. I would love to see Royce. I would love to see Royce. I love Royce. I follow her. I love Royce. Okay. All right, let's continue. I don't think Evelyn was ready for Royce when she threw that drink at her, and Royce jumped up and was ready to put them paws on her. She wasn't expecting that because everybody was underestimating Royce because she's so small. But Royce was like, all right, throw that glass if you want to. And Evelyn threw that glass, and baby, they had to get Royce up out of there because Royce was about to tear her bangs out. I said, uh-oh. But let's get into the next topic. Living single star Kim Coles, y'all remember her, okay? Says producers told her to lose weight or they would start writing in fat jokes about her on the show. Think about how that made her feel. Wow. I don't like that, okay? Y'all remember her as Sinclair James, honey, on the show. Let's get into what she had to say. Then we'll read up a little bit, okay? Not do the fat jokes now. I don't like that. Not no for them, no Sinclair. She's beautiful.
Call every beginning of every season to my manager saying Kim Coles has to lose some weight. She has to lose some weight. She has to lose some weight. And I remember having this conversation with some guy friends, and they go, there's no man in America that would kick any one of y'all out of bed, which is a really, really crude way to say it. But yeah. I think what was beautiful about us is there were 4 completely different body types. And we looked like women that everybody knew in our community, but there's a expectation by these, suits in an office somewhere of what they think sexy is. And so I had a really hard time as I was gaining weight and feeling as if everybody was staring. And there was this moment where Latifah was like, no, we're not going to do this. And then it wasn't brought up anymore. And I told, you won't remember this, but I told you that they threatened me and said, if you keep gaining weight, we're going to have to start writing fat jokes. And you said, I won't read those jokes.
Who said that to you?
Yeah, executive said it to my manager. We have to include it. She wouldn't be gaining all this weight and her friends wouldn't say anything. And we're going to have to, that was the threat, lose some weight or we're going to have to start writing fat jokes.
Wow.
And I brought it to you and you said, I won't read those jokes.
No, but who's going to say them?
No one would.
See, that's you have to have willing collaborators. But, the sad part is it got in your mind because I do remember that you went on a very sort of concerted effort throughout, the series.
Throughout the rest of the years.
To keep the image that they wanted.
Right. Call every beginning of every season.
Did y'all watch Living Single? I still watch Living Single right now. I love Living Single, just that whole dynamic, all of them, child. Oh my God. So I did not know all that was going on behind the scenes. And when she was on the show, she didn't really look that big then. But of course, when people are not working as much in Hollywood as they used to, they have to kind of keep a close eye on their weight. They do kind of gain weight because they're not eating as they were when they were working. So yes, she did gain a few pounds, but I didn't see her as being like overly big on the show. Did you guys? I did not see her. Y'all seen Erica Alexander? She does look good, doesn't she? I was like, come on, hair. Come on, hair, because y'all used to seeing her with the dreads on Living Single, but yeah, now she's out here child with her hair. I'm like, come on. But so they said that Kim Cole's best known for her role as Sinclair James on the hit 90s sitcom Living Single, is opening up about a fat phobic pressure that she faced behind the scenes, saying that producers once told her that she got to lose weight or she's going to be the butt of a joke. That's kind of low-key bullying, right? Y'all know they want their Hollywood women to be like these little small women with these little waists like this, honey, where they eat 1 grain of rice a day and drink a sip of water in a day. They don't want you to eat shit. They want you to be small, but everybody's body, body is not the same. So she's a thickums type of girl. So she's going to have a little more weight on her than the other girl. They want her to be small like Regine, maybe. But they says in a surfaced interview that's making its rounds again on social media, that Coles didn't sugarcoat her experience on set. It said that the producers of the show came to me and said, listen, we want you to lose weight, and if you don't, we're going to write it in the script, and we're going to put fat jokes in. So it was like they were bullying her into losing this weight that they wanted her to lose. I said, wow. Now Cole shared that the comments shook her confidence. Okay, it says that she questioned her worth and even felt like she had to earn her place on the show by conforming. It says, but instead of crumbling, she rose up, says that I'm proud of the work that I did, says that I brought myself to that role. She says in another interview. What y'all think about that? I mean, now you guys know that when you do accept some of those roles in Hollywood, they do have an expectation that you are to look a certain type of way. Okay. I've seen people like what's the role that 50 Cent had to lose all this weight to where he was like he was about 90 pounds. I forget the movie. I remember when Will Smith says that he was doing the movie Ali, he had to get his weight up. Y'all know Will Smith, his body is he's very fit, he's a very small guy, but in order to play the role Ali, he had to gain weight, and he talked about how he ate stuff like Krispy Kreme donuts, whatever he could to get his weight up. He was eating everything so he could look a little more, fluffy being in that role. So they have different expectations for them when they take these roles in terms of how they want them to look. They have to change their hair a certain type of way. Some people have to cut their hair. Some people have to wear a wig. Some people, it's just different in terms of how they want you to be viewed on camera, on screen, and they pay you really good money. Queen Latifah was talking about they wanted her on Set It Off to look a certain type of way and to be more sexual on the show in that scene where she was kissing the girl. I mean, I think everybody already knew that she was GAY, and that's fine. But she said that she asked him, hey, if you want me to do that on screen, you got to pay me a certain amount of money, or no, I'm not accepting that role. So there are different expectations for roles that they accept in this industry. And hey, maybe she had something going on with, her health that made her continue to lose weight, because some people can't lose weight. Medically, they have some medical stuff going on. Different medications that you take will make you gain weight as well. So, we want to be at our very best, and we want to make sure that we work out and take care of our bodies and do what you have to do. If you can work out. You want to take care of your body now so that your body will take care of you later on. I stress it all the time. I used to be a chunky girl, but I started taking my weight and my health very serious, and I do it now. I watch what I eat. I watch how much I eat. I make sure that I drink a very big amount of water a day, cut out them sugary drinks, especially sodas, and move around, do some cardio. Okay. You got to get up off that couch, honey, get off YouTube a little bit. It's okay. You ain't got to be on YouTube 24/7. Get off YouTube, go work out, touch some grass, go hug a tree, something. Get up and be healthy. Make sure you're taking your vitamins. Make sure you're doing your due diligence every day to be healthy, because that weight, honey, it will start to put other things on you, other sicknesses as well that you have to deal with. All right. High blood pressure and all that. I told you guys, I'm not ashamed to say it. I don't usually like to share personal stuff about me. When I was chunky, I was dealing with high blood pressure, but I started working out, eating right, doing what I needed to do. I was on blood pressure meds. My doctor eventually took me off because I didn't need to be on there anymore, because I'm healthy now. I work out. We got a little waistline and a little, we always had booty, but we got a little waistline and we fit now. We're healthy now. And that's how I want to stay. Because when I get older, I don't want to be dealing with all these sicknesses and in and out of the hospital because I didn't take care of my body at a younger age. So shout out to Kim Coles for speaking out about that, the bullying in Hollywood and how they foresee Black women. Because Black women, y'all know, most of us are thickums anyway. We got hips, ass, we are thick. We are full figured women, some of us, even though, you know, you can be slim thick, that's me, slim thick, but they don't see us as that. They see, hey, when they see us like that, they want you to come on down to a size 2. Like my body frame can't be a size 2. Okay, you a big boned girl, you ain't gonna be a size 2 out here unless you just ain't eating at all. Damn. But again, take care of your body. Take care of your body. Shout out to Kim Coles. All right. Moving right along. Drew Sidor, honey. Drew Sidor is talking. Fake first lady. Y'all know Shani is a fake first lady. She'll cuss you out in a minute and then be right over to hallelujah. Like, girl, shut up. All right, stop playing with the Lord out here. The Lord like Krishan over there. That's exactly what your ass be doing. And then they just say that she was cheating on her husband at one point, that new husband. Because I already covered it. But anyway, we ain't talking about Shani. Let's talk about Drew Sidor. Said that Accidentally Informed says that when Drew Sidor pulled up to Accidentally Informed to do like this little interview, she did not come to play. Said that she came with discernment, delivery, and a dash of what I had said. Said she made it very clear that apology from Shamia was given theme music and theatrics and no accountability. So y'all know them two been going at it because the two of them sing. So Drew was saying that, hey, Shamia, you be pitchy a lot when you be trying to sing, and that you be trying to say that Drew can't sing. And I think Drew has a very nice voice. I said it again. Hey, go and listen to her album. It's really, really good. All right. Drew can sing live. Now, when I heard a video that came out the other day where Shamia was trying to sing a gospel song, I think it was For Every Mountain or something like that. She was saying, you were kind of pitchy. You were. All right. You were kind of pitchy on the show on Real Housewives of Atlanta when you did your debut song. Okay. You were. Your stage presence was a little off as well. I was like, okay, maybe she's just a little nervous. But, one thing you can't say about Drew do not be off key. And I've heard Drew sing several times live and, on her records, and she sounds really good. So. But Drew saying, she said that Drew was saying what everybody was thinking, says that how are you going to go from posting receipts one day to a soft piano apology next? Not a soft piano apology. So let's get into Drew. Said that the fact that she never could stand on business. So this is about Shamia. The two of them are fighting, y'all. Let's get into the girls fighting.
But the fact that she never could stand on business and tell Portia to her face.
Now, Shamia wanting a fresh start. She wants a fresh start for season 17. What did you think about her apology video that was on the internet?
What was it giving? I was so confused. It was like the theme music. It was giving performative, contrived. It almost made it feel like she said the elders had her do it. It was almost like they made her do it. Like, sit down, this is what you're going to do. And I'm like, it just didn't match because you were just going off on me posting these receipts yesterday. And then today you're doing an apology. And then about 3 days later, she was back doing, I guess her YouTube channel saying she could go harder on me. And I'm like, but you just apologized. So I didn't buy it. I'm not buying it.
There is a theory out there that, well, this is a fan theory. I love this stuff. So there's a theory that the reason why Shamia came for you was to divert attention away from the situation between her and Portia.
That theory is pretty on point. But the fact that she never could stand on business and tell Portia to her face or privately how she felt, it really showed me a lot about who Shamia is. The fact that she really doesn't have a leg to stick. Well, maybe she has 4 paws, but not a leg. There's no leg there to stand on. So I was like, okay.
Not paws, girl.
But the fact that she never could stand on business and tell Portia to her face.
Now, Shamia wanting a fresh start. She wants a fresh start for season 17. What did you think about her apology video that was on the internet?
What was it giving? I was so confused. It was like the theme music. It was giving performative, contrived. It almost made it feel like.
So, they were saying that this whole Shamia going after Drew Sidor this past season on Real Housewives of Atlanta was a deflection of what was really going on between Portia and Shamia. Okay, if you guys watched the reunion, you saw the tension between them. And when Andy asked Shamia why her husband wasn't there to support her, she said, he didn't want to be here. Well, we have children. He has to be home. Well, everybody have children. It's called a nanny. And I know you have a child that's sick, but your husband should have been there. He made an appearance on the show. Everybody else's husband was there. Angela's husband was there. Okay. Even what's his name? Dennis was there. even Drew's husband, they ain't even in a good place, but he was there. Ralph was there. So people were like, why was your husband there sitting behind you? And she was like, yeah, he didn't want to be here. Plus we have children or whatever. But I feel like Shamia did do a lot of deflection. And I do like Shamia, but I do feel like Shamia was kind of doing team too much this season. The barking part, I think a lot of people didn't get over the barking that she was doing. They were like, girl, what is that? And then the fact that I told you guys yesterday where they were saying that Portia, Kenya was saying that she was told that Portia did not want Shamia on the show at all, that she pretty much wanted to keep her foot on her to say, hey, stay under me and let me be the star of this show. So with Shamia coming on the show, it caused a lot of tension between Portia and Shamia. But then Shamia started lashing out at Drew Sidora, and the next thing you know, the two of them are arguing. We're like, where's this coming from? What is this tension about? That the two of them are going at it so much when we see this going over here, this, with Portia and Shamia. Like, what is this? So Drew was like, yeah, that's spot on, that she was definitely deflecting and coming after me instead of going after the person she really had an issue with, which was Portia. So what do y'all think about that? Okay. And the fact that she said that Shamia apologized to her and then turned around 3 days later and was on demon time again. I don't know what that was about. Maybe she was stressed out because of her friendship with Portia. And again, using Drew as her emotional punching bag. Okay. Instead of addressing the issue at hand. So yeah, y'all can put in there. Somebody said jealousy. It could be. It could be. Drew is glowing. I see y'all putting it in there. Drew looks like she's much happier that she's away from Ralph's ass. But yeah. So hopefully they figure it out. But Drew is definitely doing good in her career. And I feel like Ralph is jealous, and maybe Shamia could be jealous that her music career is not taking off as Drew Sidora's is taking off. Okay, that her career is taking off. Both of them are on the same platform, but musically, they're trying to do the same thing. And sometimes when you're trying to do the same thing that somebody else is doing, it could pose some jealousy to where you feel that they're doing better than you, and you're going to start lashing out and saying and doing things that maybe you wouldn't ordinarily do because you're feeling frustrated that your situation is not where you want it to be. So I don't know. Maybe they can figure that out. All right, let's continue. Cardi B is being sued by a concert goer over alleged microphone attack. Y'all remember that when she threw that microphone at somebody, okay? So she's being sued. Now, y'all know she's been the one that's been suing everybody, but now she is suing, okay? Well, she's getting sued. She's been the one that's been suing everybody. Y'all know she sued Tasha K, honey. She got Tasha K over there getting garnished. Her little YouTube checks getting garnished to pay her back. But now she is being sued. So it looks like your money about to be going out the door for throwing a microphone at somebody. Okay. Child, what's up with this wig? All right. So they said that what started as a splashy summer concert in Las Vegas has turned into a courtroom drama, and Cardi B is at the center of it. Now it says that an Ohio woman identified as Jane Doe has filed a lawsuit claiming that Grammy Award winner rapper hit her forcefully with a microphone during a performance at Dre's Beach Club on July 29th of 2023. Now, it said that the filing made in Clark County, Nevada, says that the alleged attack left her with both physical injuries and emotional scars. All right. Morning T, shout out to you. Now, Jane says that she was on her first solo trip to Vegas when she attended Cardi's show. Now, according to her, said that the heat was intense, and Cardi, who was 32 years old, asked the crowd to cool her off. It said the video from that night, which quickly went viral, shows Cardi shouting to fans, "Splash me down. That ish feels good." Okay. Now, I ain't about to be asking nobody who's drinking a bottle of water or something to be throwing what they're drinking on me, because I don't know what you got. Like, nah, don't be put nothing in your mouth and then throw it on me. Hell no. But it says the fans took her seriously. Said that Cardi herself, according to the lawsuit, poured water over her body and playfully slapped her backside as drinks flew through the air. It says that Jane says, trying to join the fun like everybody else, says she tossed a small splash of her drink in Cardi's direction. That's when everything changed. Now, this says that what Jane Doe describes as an angry and retaliatory response, that she claims that Cardi suddenly hurled her microphone directly at her and it hit her. And she says that it left her hurt, stunned, and humiliated. Damn. Now, the lawsuit doesn't stop with Cardi. Jane Doe also is suing Dre's management group for negligence, claiming that the nightclub knew that Cardi could be unpredictable on stage. Said that her filing mentioned a separate incident the night before where Cardi allegedly tossed a mic at a DJ during a performance. Why is she throwing all these microphones at people? Now, they sent it the footage, which later resurfaced on TikTok. So if you want to see it, you can go on TikTok and pull it up. Now, I said that Jane Doe says that Cardi's mic throwing wasn't just dangerous, but also damaging. They said that what has been written off as a joke by many people is actually a traumatic experience that has significantly impacted my well-being and quality of life. She says in a statement to People magazine, she says, I'm seeking justice. No celebrity is above the law. Now, that says that as if the incident itself wasn't enough, the microphone that allegedly hit her was later auctioned off for nearly $99,000. A detail that Jane Doe says was added to her distress. So was that supposed to be like, why she auctioned it off? She got a nice little bag for it, though, for a microphone. Who was paying that for a microphone? But anyway, so she is suing Cardi for throwing a microphone at her. So Cardi B is facing a lawsuit, and we're gonna see what happens in that lawsuit. We'll spin the block on that to see what happens. Okay. I don't know why she's so damn violent out here. All right, let's move along, child. Let's move along. All right, so let's get into this topic here. Some Love and Marriage Huntsville stuff. I'm not watching the show, but I have seen a few clips of the show. And this clip here, I don't know, a lot of people say that Tisha is stepping up, maybe trying to take Mel's spot on the show as being the person who's trying to guide the ladies or pull the ladies together. And some people were saying that they felt that Kimmy was trying to step up into Mel's spot. I don't really feel like any of the girls can do that. But anywho, in this particular scene, Tisha is questioning Trish about her relationship with Ken. All right, because y'all know rumor has it that the two of them may have broken up or something has happened in their relationship where Ken commented on a TikTok post where people were saying that he was singling outside or something, and he was saying, yeah, he was single or whatever. So something may have happened between he and Trish. I do know when Carlos King was live the other day, because we covered it whenever Marceau was on Carlos King Messy Monday for an interview. It was mentioned as well, and Carlos kind of danced around it, saying, hey, the episode is back on. We can't really reveal that, but we did see a post where Ken kind of co-signed that he was a single man. So let's get into this topic, this piece here. Shout out to Love and Marriage Huntsville. All right, let's go.
We're gonna tell Ken this is your birthday. You're gonna tell Ken his picture is on your thing.
I want him to be on there.
Why? It's your birthday.
Because he's my black cowboy.
He's your what?
He's my black chocolate.
Well,
He's my chocolate emoji.
He's your Megatron.
He's my Megatron. My chocolate emoji.
What's going on with you and Ken?
Like fourth.
Like I feel like you're like 1 foot in, 1 foot out with Ken.
Well, she said
She ready. She said she always she ready to get married.
Yeah, she said she ready.
So we're gonna tell Ken this is your.
Now, I don't feel like Tisha should be questioning anyone about their relationship with anybody. And I feel like you 1 foot out and 1 foot in when it comes to Ken, but many people can say the same thing about Tisha and Marceau, that you're 1 foot in and 1 foot out, because I know on several seasons now it's been said and alleged that Tisha and Marceau was even separated and going through some marital stuff. And even this season, they said on their Instagram channel when they went live that this season their storyline was going to revolve around them going to seek marital counseling because they've been dealing with some very deep things in their relationship. So I don't know why it's always a deflection whenever Tisha's going through it in her marriage, that she's always so concerned about other people in their relationship. She did the same thing with Mel and Martell when they were going through it. She and Marceau were going through some stuff, so she was trying to put off on what they were going through. Mel, what's going on with you and Martell? Are you with the side piece and all that? Like, she's very so much concerned about other people's relationship versus focusing on her own. I do know that she was trying to this season bring up some infidelities with Nell and Chris Fletcher with their stuff. She's really calling everybody out on their stuff, but then when they flip it and they ask her about it, it's, oh, I don't, I'm an open book. And I shared that on, I know when they were asking her about some stuff between her and Marceau, she was saying, well, I shared that on my Instagram page. You got to go over there and watch it. Well, no, they're asking you a question, just like you ask everybody else about issues in your relationship. But then when they ask you, you don't want to answer it, but then you turn around and say you're an open book. So it kind of gives it's a two-way street here. Don't ask people questions about their relationship if you don't want to answer questions about yours. But Tisha has always meddled in other people's business with their relationship. And the fact that you are asking her, why is Ken on a flyer when it's supposed to be your birthday? Well, if she wants her man to be on her flyer, why does it concern you? And two, why are you asking where they are in the two of them deciding to get married? Again, that has nothing to do with you. And if she turns around and say, well, what's going on with you and Marceau? Then you get mad and you want to grab your purse and your belongings and then leave the scene because Tisha doesn't want to answer questions about her own life. I don't feel like it's fair. Let's play it one more time.
Birthday. You gonna tell Ken his picture is on your thing?
I want him to be on there.
Why? It's your birthday.
Because he's my black cowboy. He's your what? He's my black chocolate.
I cannot stand how Trish talks because he's my black cowboy. Because he's my girl. I cannot stand the way she talks. Oh my God.
My chocolate. He's my chocolate emoji. He's my Megatron. He's my Megatron. My chocolate emoji.
What's going on with you and Ken?
Like far.
Now, here she go. What's going on with you and Ken? Now, she did the same thing in another scene that I saw with Nell Fletcher. Well, what's going on with your infidelity? With people talking about you and Chris having infidelity, what's up with that? Girl.
Like, I feel like you're like 1 foot in, 1 foot out with kids.
Well, she said she ready.
She said she always, she ready to get married.
Yeah, she said she ready.
So they said, Tisha's asking, what is it with you and Ken? It seems like you're 1 foot in and 1 foot out. So then Nell is saying, well, she's over here saying that she's ready to get married. Now, we do remember on last season where Trish was saying that she was not ready to get married to Ken. We also know that they're not divorced as of yet. Okay, not sure why they don't go ahead and do it, but I feel like Trish is enjoying having two men fighting over her, and I think she likes to have Ken running up on Marquez. She gets joy out of that, and then she enjoys having Marquez around to make Ken jealous as well. Y'all have some women that be like that. Okay, they like to keep two men in rotation like that, and they like to see two men fighting over them because it makes them, feel like they are their girl. But in terms of the relationship between Ken and Trish, I don't see it going anywhere. I just really don't. I feel like Ken is very thirsty. I feel like Ken likes to jump from house to house and be with women who have children because it makes him feel like a man. But at the end of the day, this entire season is trash. I'm sorry to say it. For anybody who's watching, if you like the show, whatever, we got to keep it 100. The ratings are very, very low, and they're not doing very well. So it is what it is, and I really feel like that Tisha should probably focus on her relationship and or marriage with Marceau because they are having some issues as well this season. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. We're almost to the end. All right. Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. Let's go ahead. How many more I got? Okay, so this is going to be our last topic because I gotta go, y'all. Oh my God, I gotta go. I did not know that my show was gonna be this long. I just pulling topics. Okay, so this is going to be our last topic. It's going to be a relationship topic. Y'all know we like to talk about relationship stuff over here. All right, the majority of my viewers are women, and I enjoy the men being over here as well. Shout out to the 331 watching. Let's get into this one. Bish Gossip, according to them, now it says that a woman goes viral for saying that she shot her shot at her now husband, meaning that she hollered at him. All right, now they said that she encourages women to approach men. Said that y'all trying it. So put a 1 in the chat if you are the type of woman to walk up to a man and shoot your shot at him in terms of trying to holler at him and get his number and maybe ask him out for a date. Put a 1 in the chat if you're that woman. Put a 2 if you old school and you think that the man should approach you and ask you out and shoot his shot at you. All right, let's get a poll. I'm old school. Honey. I'm old school. I want him to come up to me. I could go up to him because I'm bold enough, but I'm old school. I prefer he come up to me and ask me for my number and introduce himself to me as a man is supposed to do, because when a man find a wife, that's what the Bible says, okay? When a man find a wife, he find a good thing. We have a lot of women out here just proposing to men. Like, what world are we in now? Where women are starting to get desperate to where they feel like they have to kind of jump up and do what the man is supposed to do. Like, patience, honey, is a virtue. Work on yourself and allow that man to come to you and introduce himself and do it the way that it's supposed to work out. Because, hey, If he ain't got no balls to walk up to you and say, hey, my name is so-and-so. I saw you from across the room. I think you're a nice looking woman. I would like to get your number and or take you out. And I just came up with that off the top of my head. Then maybe he's just not man enough yet. Or maybe he's just not, I see some twos. I see a lot of twos. They said disgraceful and and desperate. Yeah, it does come off as desperate, right? It definitely does. I see a lot. I don't see anyone. I don't see anyone. So that means you all are, we here with it. Okay. So let's get into what she had to say. All right, let's go.
So I'm about to tell y'all how I slid into my now husband's DMs. Let's go. So boom, it's May 2019. I'm 29 years old, 2 months away from being 30. I'm living in Glendale in Los Angeles, California. And you know what? I was like, you know what? My lease is about to be up. I want to move into a brand new place. I just want to start over. I'm about to hit my 30s. Like, this is my 30s and I'm thriving type of year, right? There's a new apartment complex called Circa that just got done being built right across the street from the Staples Center at that time. Staples Center, crypto now. I look and I'm like, they taxing, but I love it. My business is thriving. I'm thriving. I'm single. Again, I'm just ready to live my best life. So I moved into Circa May of 2019. It is now June of 2019. And I decide, you know what? I want to go to the gym today. I go to the gym in my apartment complex and I see a guy. He's working out and I'm like, you fine. But I don't say anything. So I go back to my apartment. My brother's in town. And I'm telling my brother, I'm like, yo, bro, I seen this dude at the gym. So my brother, who goes to that gym all the time in my apartment complex when he was in town, he's like, oh, sister, I already know who you're talking about. My brother's telling me about this YouTuber who does cars. Mind you, Instagram, YouTube, totally different world. So I had no idea who he was. So what I did was I looked him up. I went to his social media and I was like, okay, let me make sure he ain't got no girlfriend or wife first before I'm over here talking about this man. So I go to his social media. I see he has no woman in his pictures or anything. He had a whole bunch of pictures. So I'm like, okay, cool. So next time I see him in the gym, I'll just say hi. 3 days go by, hadn't seen him. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna send him a DM. Right? Keep it classy and cute, right? Nothing wrong with that. So I sent him a message. I said, hey neighbor, how are you enjoying Circa? Because mind you, Circa had just been built. So I know he couldn't have been there that long, right? But I was still biting my fingers because I was like, okay, Jazz, you don't slide in no man's DMs, but you 30, you about to be 30, and just do it. What's the worst that could happen, right? So yeah, I send him the message early on in the morning, and he replies back to my message and says, hey, would love to meet on the 8th floor, which was our amenities area, right? So we meet on the 8th floor, we're talking, and everything's just vibing. We're clicking. We're playing pool. We played pool all night. We talked all night, and it was just a vibe. So he later asked me like, "Hey, can I take you out on a proper first date?" You know, proper first date. He did. Listen, he came motherfucking correct. That man ain't play about me from the beginning, even to this day. To this day, he took me on that date and it was over. I like to say I threw out the bait and he reeled it on in, baby. A year later after that, he proposed. And then a couple months after that, we got married, and I have been happily married for 4 years now. And we've been together for about 6 years. Yeah, that's how I slid into my husband's DMs.
So she slid into his DMs. Women, are we doing that now? Is this something that's very prevalent nowadays in 2025, that women are not waiting for a man to reach out to them, shoot their shot to them, say, hey, let me take you out? You know, she saw something that she wanted. A lot of women say, well, she saw what she wanted and she was not about to let that good man get away. And hey, he said, let me take you out on a proper first date. And she obliged, and they wound up getting married. So I guess it turned out great for her. But I guess the question is, would you take that type of route in order to get a good man? All right. Would you take that route? And when somebody said, not for me, let me go to the comments. Let's go to the comments because I want to see what you guys have to say. Let's go. Let's say, girl landed the plane. They was like, girl, hurry up now. Because she was going a long way around. Somebody said she was stalking him. All right, let's continue. So she's a stalker and desperate thirst bucket. Oh, not a thirst bucket. Let's look at some comments right here. So that phrase and on my mama. Oh, okay. Y'all talking about something else. Says too old school. It's not biblical. Yeah, I get you on that. Says allow the man to take the lead. I absolutely agree. Okay. Said, but he did not pick you, boo. Right. She picked him. He obliged. She picked him. Right. Somebody said, not for me. Right. Okay. Let me see. Hold on. All right, Sweet Essence says that why do you need to publicize your happiness? Because you found a man and made the first move. Ooh, okay. Nice profile picture too, man. Let's see. Another person says, awesome, says, hit us up when it's been 10 years. 4 years, you still a newbie. Okay, yeah. Still in newbie stage. I feel that. Okay. Yes. Thank you for that one, Kim Jones. That's a good one. Says that I used to have the biggest crush on my husband in college. Said that we were paired together in a group for a project. Okay. Says that years later, he inboxed me on Snapchat. Says that 8 years now married with a 3-year-old. Come on, Ebony. Okay. Yes, honey. All right. Purple Unicorn says, I don't like men on social media. Who else is in your DMs? Ooh, that's a good one. Because if he's talking to you, he could be entertaining someone else as well. Especially if he's fine. Okay. Because you ain't the only one that think he's fine. So you got to watch that. If your man like to be on social media a lot, that might not be a good thing. This says, I used to reach out first to my husband. Said that he came around though. Said, I'm not inboxing no man. Yeah, I ain't inboxing either. Hell no. You better chase me. I ain't chasing no man, but I damn sure will replace him though. Says that he's going to feel like a prize. Yes, Makita does it all. You better tell him. He will feel like you chased me. Get into an argument. That's what they're gonna bring up. But you chased me. I didn't ask to be with you. You asked to be with me. On that shit. Child be like, forehead mush. Fuck out of here. All right, Big Steak says, I personally won't. Says it's almost like when you were young and you tell your friend to tell that boy that you like him. Right. Now, do you like me? Check yes or no. What they always check, maybe. Ben used to be on some bull-ish back then. Simple Mom Family TV says it's been one very common. Okay. Love story. Yes, come on, everybody with a love story. Come on. Tiffany Smith says that I don't see anything wrong with her approach because it sometimes will work like that in that case. Okay. So we got somebody else who has a difference of opinion and we respect it. Ain't nobody right or wrong. I want to hear it from everybody because nobody's going to have the same opinion. And that's what I like about everybody in the chat. Nobody's going to be called out or ostracized for thinking differently than anyone else. Okay. Because your opinion doesn't matter. Aries Love said that you'll know I'm interested, but I will not make the first move. I respect that. Yep. Okay, Sunny Day says, I bet she proposed too. You think she proposed? A lot of women are doing that nowadays. I don't agree with that. I don't agree. Get your ass up off your knee, women, and stop with this right here. Will you marry me? Hold on. I've seen that shit. And I actually saw a video. Was it on TikTok? I want to say it was on TikTok. May have been on IG. Where this woman got down on her knee and proposed to this guy. And he said no. And she lost her shit. I said, baby, you shouldn't have been down there anyway. Let him propose to you. You shouldn't have been down there. Now you done got your ass down there, dirtied up your knee, and he done said no. Now your ass is embarrassed because everybody was sitting there, people videoing the shit and everything. And he was like, yeah, no, I'm not ready. No. And she lost her shit. I said, oh my God. Okay. Shouldn't have been down there. All right. Simple Mom Film TV says it's a very common thing. Now it is common, but I think a lot of women have gotten away from how things really are supposed to go. Like I said, biblically, a man is supposed to do that. Let the man do that. Wait, work on yourself. There's some things that you still got to work on. If he ain't proposed to you yet, and maybe it's not that time. You can still show interest without running up to him. So when you gonna take me out? So when you gonna propose to me? So when we gonna, you know what I mean? You don't got to do all that. Just work on yourself. Walk around him a few times. Fix your little makeup. Be around him. Show him that you are interested. But you don't have to make the first move and be that type of woman that appear thirsty. Okay, don't be out here being thirsty. Don't do that. All right, Cassandra says that man is the pursuer, right? Allow him to pursue you and not the other way around. It will not work out, okay? It's not biblical. Hallelujah, okay? Thank you so much, Cassandra D. I love it. Yes, God. Okay, let's see. We're going to read some comments. It says, I see if she went to asking him in a proper date, but he asked so good for her. Okay, we'll take it. All right, Pebbles Love. Not soft and moist. Yeah, we don't want the soft and moist ones either. All right. Man find a wife. Right, Rose. Rose said when a man find a wife. That's right. Okay, I'm old school with it. All right, let's see a few more. Kelly says that I would not be proposing to a guy. Hell no. You right, Kelly. I ain't either. Purple Unicorn said never. All right. Never, ever. Aries Love again says that my husband and I were set up by mutual friends. Okay, that could work. Now somebody else come in like a third party, come in and hook y'all up. That could be good. We'll take that too. All right. Because at least you didn't come. So yeah, so my name is so-and-so, and my number is, how you doing? Can I get your number? Can I take you out tomorrow? No, don't be on that. I see gonna end up like Chrissy. Yeah, Chrissy and Jim Jones. I was so disappointed in her. And then he didn't even say yes whenever she proposed to him. I'm with you, or I'm with it. That's what he said. You could tell he didn't really want to say yes. He really wasn't with it. He didn't want to embarrass her because the cameras were there. But yeah, that Jimmy and Chrissy, Jim Jones and Chrissy, I ain't like that shit when she got her ass down there on her damn knee and did that. And then he said I'm with it, or I'm with you, or some stupid shit like that. And fast forward to the day, they still not married. So you did all of that for what? Nothing. You did all of that for nothing. All right, so Tam C said, good for her. I'm not sliding in no man DMs or proposing me either. You better slide in these DMs, honey. I ain't sliding in yours. Says that men don't like that and don't. Overcomer I am said that Chrissy did that to Jim Jones. And right, I just said it. They're not married yet. Still not married. Still not married. Okay, she's still threatening him. All right, well, I'm leaving then. I'm getting my own apartment. He like, I don't give a fuck. He know you ain't leaving, so he gonna continue to do what he want to do. They said that Drew can sing, Shamil can damn near sing like Candy. Not Candy, girl. Not the Billy Goat vocals in here, baby. Denise Slade says that Shamil sounds like Candy. Come on now. That's a read. I'm sorry. Sweet Esther says, let a man choose you, period. Okay, you better tell him. Simple Mom Family TV is back. Says that Rel says that Rel said it in a common thing now. However, Rel said it's a common thing now. However, I have not and will not slide in nobody's DMs. Yeah, I see a lot of y'all like, hell no, I ain't doing that. I said males are the hunters by nature. Yes, Ronnie. Thank you. Ronnie said males should be the hunters by nature. Said the 4 years ain't really nothing for her to embarrass herself. Honey, she happy she got that man, honey. She saw him in that gym and they were doing this shit him. She was like, oh yeah, I'm about to get that. Okay, his schlong was probably hanging out the side of his shorts when he was laid back doing it. She was like, oh yeah, that's mine. I'm about to get that. I'm about to get that. She hurried up and went in them damn DMs. Kim Jones said that Christy used up her good years. She did. I hate that for her. She's so beautiful. I hate that she used up her good years. Like she's way well into her 50s, probably get ready to be knocking on 60, child, and still fooling with Jim Jones with his ignorant, irresponsible ass. Like you really letting her slip through your fingers. And she appears to be a good woman, but she's a little naive in terms of how much she put up with a nigga. Like I ain't gonna put up that much for real. He's still staying out at night. And I get it, he's a rapper. He have to go and get his money and perform. But when you know you got a good woman at home that's really down for you and is holding you down, why the hell are you still running the streets? And what are you looking for? That's what you kind of have to ask yourself and ask him. What is that you're looking for? Because I done gave you 20 years of my life. 2 decades I've given you, and your ass is still running the streets like you looking. What you looking for when I'm here? You don't see this? Shit. I'm up cooking, washing your clothes, cleaning behind you like a wife. And that's another thing, women. Stop playing like a wife and then get mad because they won't go ahead and make you a wife because they're comfortable. Men become comfortable when you give them that wifely, life. And then they don't go ahead and put a ring on it. You don't make them come. They're like, well, I'm going to propose to you. You already washing my clothes. You already cooking for me. You already doing all the things that a wife would usually do. You putting stuff in your name with this person. Y'all going half on everything like you husband and wife. And then you're mad because, hey, you look around and 10, 20 years later, you still sitting there as a girlfriend. And if he dropped dead today or be unalive today, you ain't getting shit. You know why? Because you ain't no wife. You ain't no wife. And you made it easy for him. Stop making it easy for men and let them step up and do what they're supposed to do as men. Make them do that. Make them do that. It's okay to date. And a lot of people like to string it out. It's unheard of. And I'm sorry. People can date as long as they want to, but you're not going to date me for 5-10 years and you still don't know if you want to marry me. I'm not sticking around that long. I'm not sticking around that long, 5-10 years, and you still don't know if you want to make me a wife. I feel like a person know within 6 months if you want to marry that person because you start to see different things in them that make you say, you know what? She wifey material. Oh, I see you around here for a long time. But you got to know your worth first, women, and stop allowing men to keep you on the back burner until they feel like they're ready to move you to the front. And I'm just saying, I don't know who I'm talking to. It's all right to date people, honey. Dating is getting to know that person. That's the fun part. But at some point, you got to move from this point here on to the next. Like, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? That's why I always say when you meet a man, ask him, what is your 5-year plan? And if you ain't nowhere in that 5-year plan, it's time for you to get the hell on. If I'm dating you and I'm giving you everything that it is that you desire and or want and need, when I ask you what is your 5-year plan, and everybody should have one, whether you male, female, you should have a 5-year plan. You should know right now, sitting here right now, listening to me, what you want to do in the next 5 years. I have a 5-year plan. I know what I want to do in the next 5 years. And I'm working towards, it's called goals. I'm working towards every one of those goals to get them accomplished. And my husband is definitely in all of those goals. We're married. We're one. So I can't make decisions without also including him, and vice versa. I wouldn't even fuck with him if he didn't have a 5-year goal. Seriously. That's on period. I ain't gonna hold you. Because I have certain things that I want to do and we got to be here. We got to bounce off of each other. So stop just choosing somebody because you're tired of being lonely. Because that shit going to wear out after a while. All right? It's going to wear out after a while. Let's look at a few more comments, then we're going to get out of here. But that 5-year plan, that's very essential in a relationship. Very essential. Classy Type Lady says that I met a man in an apartment complex washroom and been married for almost 30 years. Come on. Now, Classy Type Lady, and I don't mean to call you out. Did you approach him or did he approach you? All right. And beautiful picture as well in your profile picture. Okay. Beautiful. Come on, sister. Beautiful woman. Classy Type Lady over here serving face in. Okay. Yes. Did you approach him, Miss Classy Type Lady? 30 years. That's applaudable. Let me go ahead and give you this, honey. Yes, ma'am. 30 years. I want to be 30 years in too. Me and my husband, we are pressing 20, honey. We're pressing almost 20 years together. Yes, hallelujah. Did you approach him? All right. Let me scroll down and see. Let's scroll down. Classy Type Lady. Let's give her some time to respond. All right. Let's give Miss Classy Type Lady some time to respond. She said, we approached each other. Okay, you approached each other at the same time. Okay. We'll take that. We'll take that. But 30 years, that's very much so applaudable. I love it. Okay. That's what you call some good black love right there. I ain't mad at it. All right, we're gonna read a couple more comments, then we're gonna get out of here because I have got to go, y'all. Aries Love says that says, yep, we met in July and was engaged in December. Said that men knowing sooner. Yeah, they know. They already know. I'm telling you, men know when they want to be with somebody and make them their forever. They know. They already know. Okay. Said I remember he was on the podcast asking Casey had some good box. Not the good box, girl. Now, that good box will kind of speed things up a little bit. If you're sitting on that good $1 million whop over there, it will speed some things up a little bit. All right. But yeah, somebody said chemistry. You definitely got to have that chemistry as well. Yes, absolutely. But let's get out of here, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed all the topics that we discussed today. Let's stop sharing that. I hope you guys enjoyed all the topics that we discussed this morning. Please don't forget to comment on every single one. I do read them. I do respond to as many as I can. All right. Said, okay, mutual attraction and interest. Yes, honey, mutual attraction. You definitely got to be, I got to have an attraction. That's the first thing you see when you meet a person is your attraction to them. All right. Before you even get to know them, you are attracted to them. It's something that attracts you to them. I already told you, I like clean cut. I like well groomed, nice teeth. I like all that. Tall. I like tall men. My husband is 6'4". I love that. All right. I can give y'all all that. But everybody has something that they like and or enjoy about another person. So, hey, find your one. Women, let's be patient. Learn to wait. Okay. Learn to wait. Work on yourselves. Okay. Put your little makeup on. Put your little heels on. Leave them kitten heels at home. Because a man like a woman with some tall heels. But that's when he do that double take on you. Okay. You don't want to do it once over. You want him to do this right here, girl. You be like, oh, she don't put on her good heels out here. And add a little bit to your walk when you walk. Put a little bit more than that right there. And he'll go on over there and holler at you right quick, okay? Because women, y'all know, we got that intuition. We know what to do to make a man interested in us, okay? Add a little more switcher to that wall. What's up, Shay P? Says, Cameron, what is your email? Let me go ahead and give it to you, sweetheart. Let's go ahead and give it to you. Caramel at, oh, hold on. Oh, I'm about to give him wrong email. Caramel at Gmail. All right. That's for anybody else. If y'all want to send me something, if y'all see a topic y'all want me to discuss, all right, you can send it right here. Camarel75gmail.com. That's me. All right. Send it right there. Okay. That's me, honey. Send it to me. And it's also in my description as well. Okay. Y'all can send it to me in my description as well. Give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead in a second. But yeah, y'all go ahead and and definitely comment on all of the topics that we talked about. Let me retract that one. Don't take that one down because I think I typed it wrong. I got these damn nails, honey. Cha. All right, delete comment. All right, let me redo it. All right, gmail.com. Yeah, that look right. All right, so yeah, there you go. Shit, what is going on with me today? Camera Rail 75. Fuck, y'all. I'm sorry. Delete. Let me do it one more time. Ooh, child, I'm over here. All right, 75. I keep forgetting the 75 at Gmail. I'm gonna get it right in a minute. .com. All right. Yeah, that look right. Okay. CameraRail75gmail.com. All right. I said, am I coming back later for topics? I am. I will be doing a midday topic. Okay. So you guys be looking out for that. I got to get some work done. And y'all know I'll be trying to multitask so that I can still get you guys all the news that you guys need. All right. But I said, Camera, need a nail. I do. I'm tired of me trying to do too much. But yeah, I'm still waking up, y'all. I'm not a morning person, so y'all bear with me. But please, thank you so much, Shay P. All right. I look forward to your email. Thank you guys so much for joining the live. Please don't forget to tap on that like button if you did not get to do so. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and thank my people, my mods. Thank you, Scorpion Miss Sweet Essence. Thank you, Rose Olmstead, True TV Podcast, KBR, Tyra. Those are my mods. They are so good. I love you guys. All right. Also, thank you so much to all the content creators. I see Shay P is in the building. You guys check out Shay P as well. Schoolboy, thanks for stopping by if you were here. Simple Mom Family TV, Purple Unicorn, thank you so much for being here as well. Did we have any other content creators that stopped by? Please let me know, mods. Please let me know, mods. Y'all can also drop their pages here in the chat as well so that people can find their YouTube pages or whatever social media pages that they have so we can support them. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let's get on out of here. I will see you guys later. I hit y'all 3 times yesterday. I'm going to try to get y'all again. That is my TikTok information. Y'all can go over there on my TikTok as well. I'm on TikTok. All right. Snatch by Diego. That's my friend. Thank you, Snatch by Diego, for stopping by, love. All right. Sunny Days. Thank you, Sunny Days, for stopping by. Thank you, Sunny Days. All right. I be still trying to make Aries Love a content creator because her name sounds like one. But thank y'all. Let's get out of here. Bye.